Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big Gator. You came looking for the sharpest tennis bets. You're right where you belong. I be covering the tennis. As you know, if you don't, that's what I do. We're doing Eastbourne and Mallorca, round one, day two, right now. Every episode, every video, I put in the pinned comment, play of the day, pick of the day, and yeah, if you are vibing with the channel and if you're new here, if you like the content, just like and subscribe. And if you already have, thanks. And you know I love you. And thanks for coming back. Let's get some money today. So, before I say that fully, with full confidence, I do want to say it is the first round, day two. I hope I can get people in the comments to like spam danger zone on first round days because people should bet with caution always on the first round, always. But there's a few picks in here I think today that we may be able to depend on with a bit of certainty somewhere. So let's get into that. Before we get into that though, NBA Finals. What a weird game. It was close the whole time, but it shouldn't have been, right? Halliburton went out in the first 5 minutes. That was terrible. We took Siakam over 7.5 rebounds. We took him for 8 rebounds, and he didn't play the whole third quarter. He's the Eastern Conference Final MVP. I don't know why the coach kept him out of the game as long as he did. It's beyond me. We move on. Basketball's over. Tennis for the rest of the year, at least until October or whatever. But I'm happy with this. We're here with the grass. Let's get into it. Okay. First thing is first. Who do we have? We have Riley Opelka going against, oh God, please forgive me if I butcher his name, George Loffhagen. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. All right, so they've never played each other before, obviously. I've been hearing or seeing his name like loosely in draws and other tournaments, lower tournaments. The kid's record is like 31 and 7 this season. He's 24 years old from the UK, playing in the UK. That could be some big energy. Um, Opelka, we know him, American, 6'11", big server. It's hard on the grass. Loffhagen is ranked 302. Even though he is 31 and 7, they've been in like M25 tournaments. He hasn't done any big league stuff yet. Riley Opelka could be someone hard for him to go against if he can't get past his serve. Um, but this kid has been in strong challenger form. He's got a 77% win rate. Um, so he's definitely worthy of the wild card. Or he qualified, but he definitely is an ATP level wild card, I should say. Like he don't got to be in the Challenger Tour too much longer. I don't think with a record like that. That's the type of record that we saw Leonard Tien having last year, right? And look at where he's at. He's right here too. So, it might be a slugfest. Um, if we get a fight from Loffhagen, it kind of just really depends on who strikes better. His win percentage is only about 39% though, Opelka, right? Like he wins some good matches. He beat Medvedev this year. He beat him. That's a pretty big win in straight sets too. And Sasha Zverev couldn't beat him in straight sets. He lost to him in three. I think that says something. Yeah. If there is one thing I would say about this, this might be an under 2 sets match. I don't see it going to a third. That'd be my one takeaway for that one. But like I said, it's first round. Be careful. All right, let's move on. Let's kind of go through these. We have 11 matches, so we have 10 more left. Um, Alexander Vukic. Is that how you say it? Alexander Vukic. Let's see. Cool. So we got Vukic going against James Duckworth. And they may have a history. Yeah, this will be their fourth head-to-head, but first time on the grass. They played in Almighty, sorry, which I think is that in Kazakhstan? Where is that? Flag looks mad similar. Straight sets back in October, and indoor hard courts, and Vukic won that one on indoor hard courts, and the previous match a year before that in 2023 on the hard courts in Miami, and Duckworth won back in 2019, which is 6 years ago. It doesn't really matter. So Vukic is slated to win. They're both Australian. It's round one. This could be an interesting set. He's been getting closer to beating him each time. So it went 6-3, 6-3 Duckworth the first time, and then like 4 years go by, and then he lost 6-1, 7-5, and then the next time they played it was 6-4, 7-5. What do you think it's gonna be this time? A tie break? 6-7, 7-5. Next set. Do you think it's gonna be a third setter? Be funny if it did. That'd be like really like crazy, but yeah. Hard to say who's gonna do what in this one. This is gonna be another toss up to me, just because they're two Australian players. They both have pretty equal grass win rates right now. They're both 4-3 this year, so I would say that it's kind of a coin flip in this match. It could be a pretty tight one. I don't know what I would take for this one at all. It's best to just watch it and see who comes out victorious. Then we have in our next match, we have Luciano Darderi going against Marcus Giron. And they too have a head-to-head history. Darderi has won once, back in straight sets in Houston. 6-0. He bageled Giron. 6-0, 6-4. Yikes, honestly. He's got a pretty strong serve, Darderi. But I think Giron has better grass experience. I don't know how well his return game will be against Darderi on the grass. It could do it. It could outpace him a bit. It could. I don't know. It's Giron might get a little overworked here. He might be doing a little hustling and bustling in this match, or just straight up short points. Could be the case too. So I don't want to touch that one either. You know, it's not even worth really going too deeply into that one. Then we got Nuno Borges and Jack Jones. Don't forget the Pennington. When he starts getting real big, we're gonna start calling him Jack Winnington. JJ Winnington. All right. So Jack Jones is 15-10 on the grass over the past 6 years of his career. Nuno is 9-13. Nuno's current record this season is 23-19. Jack Jones is 9-7. Kind of ratio it up, it'd be like 18 and 14. To 23 and 19. So I mean, do that what you will, or 27 and 21. Kind of hard to read that one, right? Uh, well, I only worry about Jack is that he's so good. I think the kid's good, and like I think I've covered him months ago. Like when I first started covering tennis and like making this channel, he was a name I would talk about because it was Challenger Tour. I was covering like Bossa Ferretti and Lerner TN before they made it to this level. So Jack Jones was someone's name that came up often because he was in the Challenger Tour pretty heavily. Um, he's still like a young guy, and he hasn't broken out of the 200. He's still, I think, what, 280 or something like that. 282, and still climbing. Like I believe in him, but I think Nuno's going to get the best of him in this one, just because Nuno's playing like actually he got smoked by Ugo. He went to 3 sets with Bautista Agut. So Bautista Agut is probably one of the better formed players on the grass right now that we've been watching, and he's been consistent over the years. He is a very reliable guy to, at the very least, get you a set on this grass. And I think he does play tomorrow as well. So we'll get to him when we get to him. But it, Jack Jones is good, but I think Nuno might get the best of him here. Might be a bit steadier under pressure, if there is any in this match for him. Um, I'm not really like a avid watcher of Nuno's play, so if you guys are and you guys like Nuno a lot, let me know. Put in the comments. Okay. What else we got? Oh, well, this is one of the ones I was talking about. Okay. We have a match that I feel like we can kind of lean on right now. And you might find me foolish for it. That's good for you. I honestly think this is going to be a great way to start the new streak. We have Alexander Bublik going against Francisco Comesana, who is currently on a 3-match lose streak on the clay and hasn't played a single match on the grass yet, going against Alex Bublik. Alex Bublik money line would be the move here. Honestly, what's him winning in straight sets looking like? Because he's in good form. Minus 135. We're not going to bet on straight sets in the first round, even though it's the thing to do because it makes sense. Because it's like, I mean, Comesana. Let me just tell you, like, he's a good returner, but he's a clay specialist. He doesn't have as many pressure points or stats with pressure involved. I think, as far as we just watched this man Bublik lose in straight sets against Ionic Center. What was that? Straight sets in Roland Garros, and then came back and beat him in 3. I think his pressure level his pressure tolerance is pretty high right now. I would say. Bublik is also 5-0 on the grass this year, so it's undefeated so far. And Bublik has not been playing bad tennis this year. He's been playing fucking killer tennis so far, bro. Past few weeks, he's been going crazy. He's 27 and 16. I know the season's not over yet, but he's already got more wins than he had last season, and he's encroaching on having more wins than he had the season before, with way less losses so far. Good for him. This is awesome for him. I mean, the guy's playing. He's really fun to watch when he's focused. Even when he does the goofy like tweeners and stuff like that, he still be focused on winning a lot of the time, and he's fun to watch for me. I like watching him, which makes it fun to bet on because it's fun to get money this way. I like him winning the match, straight up, as you can tell. To the point where I might just play it. Might put it in the pinned comment today. So look out for that, maybe. Just look out for it. And then there's one last match in the first round in Eastbourne. And it is Jacob Fearnley and Flavio Cobolli. Cobolli is 20-16 this season. He's 2-1 on the grass. He does have a bit more experience than Fearnley. This is their first time meeting up, and this is in the UK. And Fearnley did just lose in the UK. Back in London against Lehechka. I don't think he's willing to go back on the first... At the first round in his home country again. He can't go out in the first round. But then again, yes, the hell he could. It's the first round. Anything can happen. It's a shootout. You don't know what's going to go down. And Cobolli isn't the type of person that you really want to run into in the first round with how he's been playing recently. Dude done beat El Chapo. Fonseca. That was a crazy win. I couldn't believe he beat him, honestly. And then he lost to Zverev, but what are you going to do there, right? Top 3 player in the world, top 4, top 5, whatever he is. Top 5 player in the world. Getting beaten in straight sets, but won in a tiebreak, ain't that all that bad. Fearnley lost to Lehechka. Set knocked off of him by Mutet. I don't know. I would leave that Fearnley match alone. I'd watch that, root for him without putting money on him, honestly. All right. And that will be that. We're going to swap over to Mallorca now. Now, this is the thing. They have some oddness going on here. We're going to have to cover, I guess, a few of them. There's matches. There's matches happening tomorrow that seem to be the second round here. But there's still first round matches happening. So I don't know if these are going to get pushed back until tomorrow or not. They have Arthur Rinderknech and Felix Auger Alliasime playing each other. And I don't know if that's still going to be happening. Same with Roman Safuillin and Medjedovic. So I don't know if like the earlier matches are going to get pushed back to the point where these get pushed to the day later. I don't know. I've never seen this happen before. So I'm going to just cover the first round, and then we'll slightly talk about these 2 matches, I guess, briefly. Okay. Benjamin Bonzi and Brandon Holt. Second time they'll be having their head-to-head. They met up last year in the Granby Challenger in Canada. Ben Bonzi won in straight sets on the hard courts. Bonzi's French, 64. Brandon Holt's American, ranked 101. Bonzi is definitely the hotter pick here. Definitely has a bit more grass experience than Brandon Holt. He's 26 and 17 on the grass, and Brandon Holt is 6 and 5. So, you know, Bonzi should be the controlling force in this match, I would assume. And again, you never know. You never know. I don't have much for that one. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Don't have much for that one. All right, and then we have Bernard Tomic going against Rinky Hijikata. Another channel favorite. We love Rinky over here. Rinky's pretty sick. He's on a 2-match losing streak against Daniel Evans and Den Bosch in the first round, and then in the semis in the challenger against Colton Smith. He kind of bounces, doesn't he? He'll bounce into a challenger here and there and still not. Well, he'll end up running into like crazy people in the challengers, right? Like he ran into Alex Bublik in the Phoenix Challenger earlier this year. Got knocked out in the second round. Went to the Bordeaux Challenger before Roland Garros, and then he ran into Perricard in the semis. Lost in straight sets. Then he lost in the semis again to Colton Smith. Yeah, poor Rinky, man. He needs to get him a. He deserves a win one of these days. He needs to get him one. He needs to go get him his win. But Tomic just beat Kovacevic and Jesper de Jong. Yikes. Those are two. My money would kind of go on Tomic right now if that's the way he's playing. If he can beat them, I mean, they're not like crazy good on the grass, but like they're good players. I know that doesn't translate fully, but losing to Daniel Evans in 3 sets is not bad either for Rinky. But looking at just the history that they both have on grass, it's Tomic is just more seasoned, right? Like, I mean, granted, he's 32, so he's going to be more seasoned naturally because he's almost 10 years older than Rinky is, but he's undefeated so far this season. It's been 3 seasons of him losing, though, or not playing, so he's 73 and 45 across his career, 61 win percentage. Rinky is 53 win percentage with 22 and 19. He's 3 and 2 this season so far on the grass, but he's 15 and 20 this season. Tomic is 18 and 16, and that's with him going down to like M25 Nottingham Opens and doing a bunch of challengers and whatnot. Rinky's at least going to something big, hopping out of that, doing a challenger, going to do some more big shit, losing, going to the next big shit, losing, going to the next big shit. Like he's not jumping to challengers that often, so I kind of give him some props there. It's kind of a toss up though. You don't really have. There's no edge I can really find on these two playing each other. So if you end up playing something for that one, good luck, and let me know what you do in the comments. Okay. And then we have a match I'm excited for, honestly, after watching how good he's been playing. We've been talking about him earlier. Roberto Bautista Agut. He's been playing great recently, man. He got to the semis against Carlos. He won 8 games against Carlos. Don't get it twisted. Like, people a lot younger have won a lot less against him. 8 games against Alcaraz at 7? Fuck yeah. Go you, bro. That's fucking sick. Real rock star shit he is accomplishing. So, Etcheverry is not the best on grass. Plus, I've watched a few of his matches. He struggles versus that flat ball. And flats coming on this turf, gonna be flying, boy. Going against someone like Bautista Agut, you know, he's a well-seasoned grass player, as you can see, and how he's been performing. It wouldn't be surprising if he actually goes to the semis again in this tournament. With how well he's playing, he's 3-2 so far, but he's got a 67% win rate on the fucking grass going against Etcheverry, who hasn't even played 20 matches. Bautista Agut's lost 32. He's won 62, but I'm just saying he's lost 32. That's more than he's even lost. It's more than he's played. So I trust Bautista Agut to get the dub here, even though Etcheverry is a very crafty player. But I think Bautista Agut gets it done here. I really do. And yeah, that's it for the first round. But I guess we can talk about these 2 matches that are happening tomorrow, supposedly. We have Roman Safuillin going against Hamad Medjedovic. First time they played each other, this is in Spain. Got a Russian and a Serbian going against each other. They're literally 2 ranks apart, so this might be a bit of a dogfight, honestly. All right. All right. So the head-to-heads, there's no head-to-heads. But as far as like form, 8-6 for Medjedovic on his entire career. He's 57% win rate, but he's only played like 14 matches. And then we have Safuillin, who's 14-11. This is, I don't know. So far, the grass record for these guys are pretty low. They're not the best. But Medjedovic or Medjedovic is the one that probably is playing a bit better out of the 2 right now. But Safullin's been able to get sets off on people that have been playing fucking well as shit. This will just be his 2nd match, but he bageled Basov already. Medjedovic. Pretty crazy. I know the kid's new to the ATP tour, but I didn't think he'd be getting bageled by people this hard, this soon. Yeah, even though, excuse me, yeah, Safuillin, he's off that losing streak, that 5-6 match losing streak. So he might be in a mode right now, but then again, I can't really tell. He's got better familiarity on the grass, like ever so slightly. But and he has a pretty decent serve too, honestly. But Medjedovic might just actually get the edge here. I don't know. I'm not too sure about this match, honestly. You guys can weigh in the comments for me if you end up playing that one. We have a Rinderknech going against Auger, Alliasime, Felix and Arthur. Our good guys. It's crazy they've never played each other before. And I don't know how well Felix does against lefties, but is Rinderknech lefty? No. Right. so far, they've both been playing pretty well. I mean, it's been a hot and cold situation with Rinderknech, but I mean, the people he's been beating, he hasn't been playing badly. He beat Ben Shelton and he beat Opelka. Those were crazy wins to me. I'm still like, how the fuck he do that? But he did that. And then Felix, you know, he'll beat Mpeshi Pericard and beat Justin Engel when no one else seemingly couldn't. But then lose to Taylor Fritz, even though he's beaten him in the past like few times when they play each other. And then you have Hashanov, who beat him as well. So I think he might be coming back into this one better form. It's gonna be a big serving match. It's gonna be a lot of aces in that match, so I would just look out for that. I'm not gonna touch it though. I kind of wanted to look at that one, see what happens in that one. Yeah, that's it for the plays for today. I'll put into the pinned comment, get us back some wins. See what we're gonna do for tomorrow. I can probably assure you it will probably involve something to do with Bublik and Bautista Agut. Maybe someone else, but those are the two I'm kind of like leaning on right now. If you want to go super safe, you can take them both for a set, but I don't think they'll get you much money. But if it wins, they'll get you money back. And so I don't usually like recommend doing that. I like to like provide some type of bets that at least double your money, you know. Try to get you some double money. And that's what I'm trying to do, okay? So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Take care. I'm Big Gator.